What's going on everyone, Jammers here back with another Street Fighter V video. And this video here is the 6th video in the matchup breakdown series where I discuss some important points regarding all of Mika's matchups in Street Fighter V. Now there's still some time before this series is complete, nevertheless these videos are fun to put together for you guys. Now we've covered 5 matchups so far, those being the Mika Mira, Cammy, Bison, Birdie and Chun-Li. Now for our next matchup video, let us take a look at how our 7-color bomber fares against the Brazilian Bonita, Laura. So to kick things off, we must first cover the initial topic of these breakdown videos, and that is how Laura goes about punishing dropkick. The first option you are seeing here is Laura's standing hard kick. Standing hard kick is one of 2 crush counter solutions Laura has to the dropkick. This button is slow, but the most important thing is that it builds V meter once it connects. Follow-ups from standing hard kick are pretty limited, as you can only really follow up with a stand medium punch or a stand hard punch to reset the opponent to set up Laura's next offensive sequence. You don't see this option too much these days, but it is a legitimate one. The next answer you are witnessing is Laura's standing hard punch. Standing hard punch is the other crush counter solution Laura has, which starts up a lot faster than standing hard kick, and just like the previous solution, it builds V meter. Once the crush counter connects, Laura can cancel into heavy bolt charge for more damage, but more importantly, she gets a knockdown. Having a crush counter button that's special cancelable is pretty good in my opinion. However, if you're feeling more adventurous, then you can go for a stand hard punch air reset or something to set up Laura's next offensive sequence. Similar to the stand hard kick follow-up. This is Laura's go-to crush counter option, so expect to see this a lot. Now the final solution I'm showcasing is Laura's evasive maneuver Matsuda Sway. Matsuda Sway is only available when Laura activates V-Trigger 2, and when used it completely avoids the dropkick. Once avoided, Laura can follow up with the shock choke, which leaves her at plus 19 frame advantage, allowing her to get a full combo on Mika afterwards. Again, this option is seldom used, as V-Trigger 1 is preferred over V-Trigger 2, but let it be known that this V-Trigger 2 solution is probably one of the best counters to Mika's dropkick. The second thing we will be covering is just as important as the first topic, and that is how Laura goes about anti-airing Mika. The first option you are seeing here is Laura's normal attack anti-air standing medium punch. Standing medium punch is a really good anti-air as it has a lot of active frames, meaning it can be done earlier than usual and has an amazing hitbox. Another great thing about this anti-air is that Laura can cancel it into her V skill and create some sort of mix-up scenario, which is always beneficial for her. Now despite all these advantages, the biggest disadvantage is the fact that it could easily lose to dive bomb, allowing Mika a way in. So definitely mix this in with a jumping hard punch to mess up Laura's standing medium punch timing. Now the other method Laura has in regards to anti-air Mika is her special attack anti-air heavy bolt charge. Now just like standing medium punch, it has a lot of active frames and a very decent hitbox, making it a pretty reliable anti-air. Another great thing about heavy bolt charge is that if you have V-Trigger locked and loaded, you can activate it to freeze time, making it easier to anti-air Mika with it. And in V-Trigger 1 you'll get a slight damage boost, which is good too. And to top things off, heavy bolt charge counters dive bomb pretty well. So if the Laura player is confident using this as an anti-air, then you better think twice about jumping, as that's free damage, a knockdown, and a setup. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be dealing with all of that. Moving on to the third point, which is something that is imperative when it comes to understanding the Laura matchup, and that is how Mika deals with Thunderclap. Thunderclap is Laura's projectile and can be pretty annoying to deal with. A grappler with a projectile? I know, it's absurd. So the first thing to note is that on block, Thunderclap is -5. This applies to all the non-charge versions except EX, meaning Mika can get really good punishes from a stand medium punch starter. Now depending on your resources will determine how much damage you inflict. The least you should be able to do is get a raw EX shooting Peach. The next thing you need to be on the lookout for is when Laura does the charge version of Thunderclap. This has significantly longer startup than the non-charge version, so you won't see Laura trying to do this in your face. Now if you do see her charging this, then you can just react to the EX shooting Peach. With the combination of fast startup and good travel distance, this is guaranteed to work. The option won't always be available to you, but it's a decent one nevertheless. The final thing you need to be on the watch out for is the EX version of Thunderclap. This is one of the best projectiles in the game in my personal opinion and is very problematic. Now on block, EX Thunderclap is +3, meaning you shouldn't challenge, and a classic scenario you may see this is when Laura does standing hard punch into it. Now when it comes to dealing with this scenario, I would say backdashing is really good, as you don't have to block the thunderclap and the situation is reset to neutral. If you're not confident with backdashing, then you can always opt for the V reversal. Wait till you see Laura cancelling into the thunderclap, that way the V reversal is guaranteed. One final thing you can do to counter this is by doing a reversal peach assault. This is Mika's best answer as it rewards her with damage and a setup. Overall, thunderclap can be a huge deterrent, but knowing how Mika deals with it will make you less scared of it and punish accordingly. The fourth point being mentioned is again something that is very important when it comes to understanding the Laura matchup, and that is knowing the post sunset wheel situation. Sunset wheel is Laura's command grab, which is a brilliant option to have considering how Street Fighter V plays, but what players sometimes fail to understand is what happens after it connects. The first thing you need to know is the forward dash situation. If Laura forward dashes after her command grab, she is left at -4. So for Mika, she can punish with her standing light punch into a full combo, or even her crouching light punch into a small conversion. Basically anything that is 4 frames or faster will suffice. The next thing Laura can do post sunset wheel is a meaty light bolt charge. Now normally bolt charge is +2 on hit, but in this situation it becomes +3, meaning Laura can get a small conversion from it. It also beats wake up buttons, so when it says counter hit, Laura can follow it with a crouching medium punch into more damage. On block however, light bolt charge is -1 in this situation, so I strongly advise you take your turn using Mika's crouching light punch. You can also mix this up with a command throw as well, to really scare Laura. The third situation you may see after sunset wheel is Laura's most risky option, and that is her crouching hard kick. Now by doing a micro walk into crouching hard kick, Laura can beat wake up buttons, allowing her to get a setup from the knockdown. Now the reason this is extremely risky is because Laura's crouching hard kick is -12 on block. This can result in a huge punish from Mika. Mid-level Laura players are banking on opponents pressing buttons, hence why they do this. One last thing you should keep an eye out for is what happens after the EX version of sunset wheel. This command grab is super quick and has great range, and the options after this are legit. They just either are risky or don't leave Laura at an advantage. All in all, if you take a command grab, theoretically you've escaped the danger. Laura has to make a hard read to catch you off guard. You need to just memorize the situations and be ready to deal with them accordingly. The fifth point we have to discuss is something that is pretty basic but still important, and that is how to punish Laura's EX bolt charge. Now EX bolt charge is very similar to Mika's EX shooting peach, only differences are EX peach has faster startup and is slightly less negative on block. Now in this version of Street Fighter V, EX bolt charge got changed from -11 on block to -17 on block, resulting in you having tons of time to punish and opens up new combo opportunities. Mika's standard punish will be of course the standing medium punch, stand hard punch into heavy shooting peach combo, but when you have the resources, that's when things become more enjoyable. Mika's V-trigger punishes are crazy against the EX bolt charge, so I strongly recommend you guys head into the lab and see what you can find. And one last thing to remember is that EX bolt charge is not throw invincible, and since Mika is a grappler, you can definitely take advantage of that fact and really limit Laura on her defense. The sixth and final point for this video will be going over some situational tech, and that is the stand light kick tech against Lady Mika. So it goes a little like this. If Laura blocks forward hard punch from Mika and then inputs her standing light kick, she can avoid the basic guess scenario between standing medium punch or EX rainbow typhoon. I believe it's something to do with her hurt box retracting, pretty similar to how Mika's stand light kick tech works against the forward hard punch. Now the thing that is scary about this is that Laura's standing light kick is special cancelable. This means she can immediately cancel into a light bolt charge. On hit she's in a beneficial scenario, and on block she is safe. Now a simple way to tackle this tech is by doing Mika's crouching medium kick. By pressing crouching medium kick, it will beat Laura's standing light kick and result in a counter hit. So if you have Mita, then follow up with EX shooting peach. But what's also good about this option is that if Laura decides to revert back to using standing light punch, then the crouching medium kick will beat that option as well. Laura's standing light punch hitbox isn't that big, making it completely whiff against the crouching medium kick. In layman terms, after a blocked Lady Mika, just press crouching medium kick and you should be fine, unless Laura has Mita. But this situation will happen in the matchup, so watch out. And that's pretty much it for the video, people. Hopefully by watching this, you understand the Mika-Laura matchup a little more and you can go into this matchup with more confidence. This matchup has been pretty volatile ever since Season 1 of Street Fighter V, but over the years, Laura has been toned down, resulting in her neutral game becoming significantly weaker. The general consensus is Mika wins this matchup, but that doesn't mean Laura cannot catch you out. Practice dealing with Thunderclap, as well as understanding the post-Sunset Wheel scenarios, and you should be fine. Also look into how Spark Show, Laura's V-Trigger 1 works, cause that V-Trigger is pretty crazy. Let me know how you felt about the video in the comments below. Was the information useful? Did I miss out something that you felt I should have put in the video? All feedback is greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video and have not subscribed to the channel, then why not subscribe? If not, thanks for watching anyway. I'll also leave my other social media outlets in the description below if you want to follow me on those as well. I've made a playlist for these matchup breakdown videos now, so the link for that will be in the description below as well. This has been your boy HC Jammers, and I will see you guys on the next video, so until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.